think you're right. I think he is the dangerous man because he just wants to die.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Stone-Faced Reactions. I'm Theta, this is Lessons, and we are back to another episode of Legend of the Galactic Heroes, Gaiden. We are still in 100 billion stars, 100 billion lights, or whatever. If I'm getting that one wrong, could be either or, plus I've got the Gurren Lagann thing in my head, all the lights in the sky are stars. Well, why don't you describe what happened last episode?
There was a setup for a battle. And basically, Siegfried is pissed off because Herman is basically telling him, "You're my subordinate." He doesn't like that at all. Meanwhile, on the other side, our Lieutenant Colonel fucks. Well, more than that, he actually is. He's pissed off his commander. Although, what's interesting is that they talk about incompetence, but the commander seemed to be angry that he was sleeping around. It's like, oh, he's getting action. I'm not getting any action. I don't know what that was all about. And basically, it's just a setup to the battle and the battle beginning. And there's a sequence where, because Herman basically tells Siegfried, "Oh, you're so good. I'm gonna have you under my command."
You keep saying Siegfried. I wasn't gonna correct you at first because, maybe I'm wrong, but you keep saying Siegfried.
Kirchheis and Siegfried, right?
Kirchheis and Reinhard.
Reinhard. I don't know why I say Siegfried.
Siegfried
Reinhard
is Kirchheis' first name. So
oh yeah. So I'll tell you the same thing. It's like, no, Siegfried is Reinhard here. Kirchheis is saying, you gotta still be, take everything with a grain of salt, just calm yourself, etc. But Reinhardt's like, I am the player character. I mean, the principal, the main character of the story. He's having a little bit of an NPC meltdown there. And then Lieutenant Colonel is like, you know what? We're gonna do what I'm gonna do, and hope she doesn't die. But yeah, I think she's gonna die, or maybe he dies, and she is the one who has to warn him. I guess I don't know. I think one of them is not gonna survive either way.
So you're saying in this war story, somebody might die?
Yeah, I'm not saying that somebody might die. I say that of these two people that we're talking about, it's been set up with death flags that either he dies because he fails to defend the base effectively.
So you're saying in this war story on the eve of battle where two people have had just slept together, that one of them possibly isn't going to survive the battle?
I mean, a lot of people are going to die.
I feel like this is the insight that only a person who's written a book before could possibly give us.
I'm talking about very specific characters because you can have a war story. We have a lot of war stories where people have plot armor and they never die unless they're seeing specific death flags, right? I've seen that scene as sort of a death flag kind of situation. It was like, yes, people might die.
You must be talking about the Flay-Kira relationship. Oh, wait, no. One of them died.
Well, no. I mean, they didn't set up. Well, yeah, they set up the death flags, but not in the fact that they had sex.
They slept together, and then one of them died. And one of them is heavy with plot armor.
Exactly.
The plot armor.
But we don't know. I don't know about that.
So I'm thinking back to Captain Hammer. The hammer is my penis.
Yeah, well. Anyway, I think that's what's going to happen. And the fleets are approaching, so we also have a space battle alongside the ground battle.
Well, we're not going to have a space battle. We're going to have the space battle. The narrative makes it very clear that this is the actual battle of the Van Fleet Star Zone.
But they do in the narratives that this episode is called "A Dangerous Man." I wonder who they're referring to, though. I mean, it could be anybody we've already seen, but I suspect it's neither of the people involved. I think it's someone else.
Neither of the people involved?
Either.
Well, we have a lot of people involved. So I'm saying neither of the people involved, you're putting it down to two people. And we have literally
I mean, in the
I don't
last
know what the
episode.
percentages are here, but we've only been shown one woman. So
No. I'm talking about the dangerous person that this episode is supposed to talk about.
this is
We already
this
moved
is the
on.
episode where Grimmelshausen pops off. This is Grimmelshausen, the dangerous man.
Could be him. It could be somebody else.
Right. But I'm looking for the unexpected thing, and I've already handled the whole Grimmelshausen backstory element. I've indicated to you that the people consider him to be an old crook. Like you said, what's the unexpected thing? Everyone's saying, oh, a dangerous man. Clearly, it must be the guy we've seen fucking and talking about command and who's going to kill, whatnot. Who's the most unexpected person right now to pop off? The 70-something-year-old man who has a problem staying awake during meetings. That would be a narrative twist.
I don't think we're looking for a danger. I don't think this is going to be a big surprise. It's just saying that it's not somebody in the ground battle right now. Probably somebody in space.
Okay, well, I've made my guess, which was one person. You've made your guess, which is most of people in the show.
No, I'm thinking about Yang specifically.
Okay, so your guess is Gang is the dangerous man.
Dangerous man, yeah.
And my guess is Grimmelshausen. Sounds like the name of a guy who comes and steals your candy on Christmas Eve. You better eat your gingerbread cookies, or the Grimmelshausen will take it.
Oh, well, after Santa goes, he comes back and say, well,
yeah, there you go.
You are
the I don't know what you call it, the figure of Christmas mythos that eats the uneaten cookies left behind for Santa.
Yeah.
The Grimmelshausen.
So there you have it. That's my recap of the last episode.
Sure. All right, let's go ahead and get into it.
But before we get started,
make sure that you hit the like button.
Hit that subscribe button.
Comment down below to feed that algorithm.
on top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this,
Unfiltered.
Uncensored.
And uncut.
as well as some early access stuff,
You can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
No, it's just an element of the fact that we record these at like 6 a.m. Well, I get up at 6 a.m. to record with you, my 7 a.m. my time, which is like something's done to my brain chemistry where I just can't take shit seriously.
True. No, but the thing I was going to say, and this is an inside baseball thing. We had to pause, and when we came back, what I wanted to say was what the line that the other character was saying, like, good morning, Lieutenant Colonel. And you were like, what?
Very confusingly, I think you're referring to our previous recording.
Yes.
Which may be a day separated from what you're watching right now, or it could be an entire week. So,
yes.
Very confusing that you didn't add that to the last episode that you're referring to.
Yeah.
Now you're counting on your joke playing here a week or a day away from what it was supposed to land.
It wasn't really a joke. It was supposed to be a comment on how we do things. Or don't, as the case may be.
Good morning, Lieutenant Colonel.
Yeah. No, because that's what I want. Okay, that's what I was going to say. But you misunderstood me. Like, oh, what are you saying? I'm like, oh, never mind. We're doing the countdown anyway. So, because I interrupted your countdown.
Here's the thing: is that you're like indicating to how we do things, and you're expecting them to remember. I don't even remember what the fuck you're talking about.
Wow.
And I've been here.
Yes, I know. That's the whole
Best memory,
point.
by the way. Best memory.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It happens. I mean, I was calling Reinhard Siegfried for like 20 minutes straight.
Siegfried and Kirchhoff, as though they were different personalities, because it's one guy.
Oh, that guy. See, it's a war, and that guy's dead. Well, there you go.
No, he's just very tired. Nobody ever dies in war. They just go to sleep. Like that. All the guys Batman fights.
Oh, we have.
You don't worry about trees here. Seems like every weapon destroys a tank.
Yeah. Don't the tank have like secondary weapons to deal with stuff like this? I guess not. Like submachine guns or something, or the equivalent?
No, we don't use slug throwers anymore.
Yeah. Or a lighter weapon that fires a quick, faster rate?
Why? Every weapon that can take out a... Ooh. Every weapon that can take out a tank seems to be personal.
Yeah.
You don't need one mounted on the tank when you can literally just have it on your shoulder.
Yeah. No, but the tank itself, in order to protect itself, should have a secondary weapon that it's a faster firing weapon against lighter targets.
I'm saying it's a waste.
Well, why?
Because every person can carry a weapon that's as valuable as the tank is. Literally, the tanks are useless, is what I'm saying. So why more equip the tank when it's just going to blow up? So ultimately, what is the purpose of the tank if every weapon destroys it?
Mobility? You still have mobility and firepower. You don't have protection, but you have mobility and firepower.
Well, you get the little flying car things. They seem better equipped for this. And again, not firepower, because literally everything you can carry in your hand has the firepower of that tank. This guy is not good at World of Tanks. By the way, now sponsored by... We're not. We're not.
No.
If we were sponsored by World of Tanks, this would be... It feels like the episode.
The center gives ground.
I guess the Van Fleet Star isn't interfering with anything here. As you remember, that's why they can't communicate really well in the system. Remember, Bokak came here, and Bokak was supposed to go somewhere else. But he was like, give the messenger some tea and have him sit for a while, because he didn't want to listen to commands. That seems like the realistic shot that he would have taken. Shoot the wires the missiles are attached to.
Hmm?
Despite outnumbering them 5-1.
Oh, they use a good terrain, right? If you can channel your enemies into kill zones like that, then yeah. Yeah.
ことさら警部の具を発したのはシェンコップの存在をリューネブルクが軽視できないでいるその事実を逆に証明することであったろう。ところが皮肉なことにこれはいささか買いかぶりに類した。シェンコップはバンフリート4-2における防衛式の総責任者というわけではなく防御戦の一部を担当しているに過ぎない。
Oh, I thought they were going to say something stupid like he was actually the commander of the offensive line. We're not defending, we're attacking.
ことにセレブレッゼ中将が指揮系統を放射線上に分散させてしまい、横の連絡が極めて悪いという状況下にありながら、彼らはよく戦っていた。
That's the danger. If you can't communicate, you can't coordinate.
武器弾薬が豊富であったという事情もある。同盟軍の陣容に弱点があるとすれば、基地司令官のセレブレッゼ中将自身がまさにそうであった。
このままでは完全に制空権を握られてしまう。
悔い改めて制空権を返上しろと通信で言ってやりましょうか。
I mean, he's right.
同調しよってだからローゼンリッターなど信用できんのだ。
だったら通信を切らずに言って
Command must not like the Rosenritter either,
どうなっておるんだ。
considering they stationed them here. But again, where would you station them? They're a ground force.
さあね、俺は戦闘なら予測もつきますが、これはたちの悪いギャンブルなんでね。
He wanted a solution here.
サービスだよ。
Why are you popping up out of the trenches and not firing your guns, by the way? You're just like making yourself a target. Don't stand up unless you're ready to shoot.
嫌いだよ。だがな、デスクワークの専門家がいきなり前線に放り出されたんだ。人には得て増えてがある。誰もがワルター・フォン・シェンコップのように強胆で不敵になれるわけじゃない。恐れ入りました。だが、
Oh, this kid is also gonna buy a virgin. There's another death flag right there.
You sure? I'm pretty sure the virgin is typically the one that survives. Or are you saying that war films and horror movies are two different things?
Yes.
Because some would say they're basically the same thing.
There's a horror of war, but not necessarily a.
帝国艦隊は北極周辺の地上に展開しています。衛星軌道上には見当たりません。妙ですね。どういうつもりでしょう。
Maybe that was the point of the metallic surface they're sitting on.
奴らの思惑はともかく迷っている時間はない。このまま敵の艦隊の頭を押さえるぞ。急げ。はっ。この場はわしらが有利じゃが、帝国軍の本体が黙っているとは思えん。味方の増援を求めねばな。は、直ちに。大変です。敵の一大戦力がこの中域に殺到してきます。なぜだ。なぜ敵が。
Appreciate he pulled out the blanket for himself. His legs were getting a little cold.
I think you're right. I think he is the dangerous man because he just wants to die.
ですが、まず地上攻撃部隊に攻撃中止命令を出し、撤収させないことにはそんな余裕はない。しかし。 地上部隊を見捨てるわけにはいかんじゃろう。特にミューゼル准将はあのグリューネワルト伯爵夫人の弟じゃ。置き去りになるから配分が悪いなどという問題では済まなくなる。それは。
You don't want to be the one responsible for this happening.
とにかく地上部隊に撤収命令を出し、艦隊総司令部に増援を仰ぐとしよう。 グリンメルスハウゼン艦隊からの通報を待つまでもなく、帝国軍の宇宙艦隊司令部でも同盟軍第5艦隊の動きは掴んでいた。
Bokak's fleet.
やはりこの敵艦隊の行動はバンフリート42を目標とするものだったか。
ですが、グリンメルスハウゼン艦隊は最初から戦力外です。救援に向かって危険を冒すより、ここをお見捨てになった方がよろしいかと。
その通りだが。 反乱軍の動向が明白になった以上座視するわけにも。
Yeah, also the enemy doesn't know that what you're throwing away.
軍の主力を集中させる。急げ。はっ。後方に反応。敵の大艦隊です。やはり集まってきたか。まずいですね。
Well, they are now. Technically, this is mostly your fault. Bokak disobeyed orders and then went on his own movements.
ですが、敵の主力がこの中域に集中していることがはっきりした以上、総司令部に作戦変更を愚信なさってはいかがですか。
Yeah, let the communication shuttle go and give them new information.
わしが作戦全体に口を出すのを総司令部の参謀たちが嫌うのでな。それはお気を使いすぎだ。いや、士官学校でではないわしは学閥から阻害されておるんでな。孤立無縁の戦いに慣れさせられたよ。閣下。じゃが今回は大丈夫だろう。第12艦隊のボロディンに状況は知らせてある。奴なら総司令部の命令がなくとも独自の判断で。
So I was thinking Borden's flagship should probably be called My Axe.
Okay.
Or
okay. Yeah. It took me a sec, to be honest. Yeah.
perhaps with that joke, I dug too deep. See, those flyer things are a lot more fast-moving, and their weapons can take out the tanks too. And it seems unlikely the tank is going to be able to fire at something moving so quickly.
首相であるリューネブルクを差し置いて指揮権を振るうわけにもいかず、彼らしくもなく行動の決定に迷っていた。
キルヒアイス、現在全体の戦況はどうなっているのだ。ご無理な質問です、ラインハルト様。そうだな。それが把握できる者がいるとすれば人間ではないな。
Or are in orbit, able to see everything.
ラインハルト様、あえて申し上げますが、この際は目前の戦場にご専念ください。そして個人的な武勲をお立てになったらさっさと撤退なさるがよろしいと存じます。対局などお気になさいました。キルヒアイス、お前が利己主義を進めるとはな。そうしよう。どうせ意義のない戦いだ。せめて俺とお前の個人的な武勲を狙うしかないな。
Never mind
No,
the people that die.
you're also about to get retreat order, so I don't think that's going to work out for you. Retreat? On the eve of victory? I think not. One of those guys was called Temray. Could be that guy. And your job is to stand right next to the explosion for some reason.
Yeah.
I'll say this. The one saving grace here. Never mind.
Never mind. Yeah.
Well, no, I was going to say the one saving grace here is no oxygen, so there's at least the one thing can't happen. Also, they didn't actually show her dying.
Bikok Chujo, 状況は一向に好転しませんが、いかがいたしましょう。何、そう悲観したものでもないさ。わしが経験したこれまでの戦いで、不利な状況でないものはそれほど多くなかったはずじゃから。
Is that a brag or what's?
味方です。第12艦隊が到着しました。
やれやれ、ようやくボロディンが来てくれたか。だが彼には迷惑。
Please let him be a short guy. French guy. Disappointed.
対戦を行うにはバンフリート4通中域は狭すぎる。
それでもボロディンは
I mean, that actually has to be the thing, right? The Gurren Lagann reference I was talking about, all the lights in the sky are stars. 100 billion lights, 100 billion stars. When they show the fleet formations in the distance, it's always like huge things of lights. See?
やたらに撃つな。味方に当たる。少しは交通整理をしてくれ。俺たちはどっちへ移動すればいいんだ。
That's just stupidity. Oh, I get it. Van Fleet 4-2 is the Hoth of Legends of Galactic Heroes.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I was calling it stupid because that one drifted in front of the other one, but we've seen the bridges of these ships. They're completely forward-facing. You would have seen this thing. Like, oh, stop firing, you know?
Yeah. It's a complete melee here.
Sir, we're hearing it's really chaotic. The Alliance would like a solution. Technically, he's trying to. He ordered a retreat. Meanwhile, on Babylon 5, in the beginning, so I didn't expect to get fat shamed here in the battlefield.
Yeah.
あんたがいなくなった後、残された俺たちがどんな目で見られたか。士官は全員左門にかけられたし、連隊そのものが解散させられるところだったんだ。あんたのおかげで。黄色いくちばしでピーピーと。いつからロゼリッターは手より口を動かすようになった。俺がいなくなったらこうまで入弱になり下がったが、情けない堕落ぶりだ。
Dude, help him out.
バカな。デューネブルクに手を出すなと言っておいただろうが。対峙で奴に勝てるのは。
Him and Lu Bu are the ones I'm constantly saying do not engage. As I said, we didn't see her die. Oh man, that guy's dangerous.
I don't think that's how you parry with an axe, but sure.
I just think they were making completely symmetrical attacks and they hit each other.
Oh, there you go. This is the dangerous man that we're talking about. Is that the colonel?
I have no fucking idea. I need more clues than just the bridge of his nose and his eyes. That I can barely hear his voice sounds like. Thank God, because that was dumb. We don't need a "What's your name, warrior" moment here in the middle of this. Turns out, not so dangerous. Yeah, I was wondering why Herman wasn't here. Or conversely, you could have just chopped him in the back and it would have been done. Literally was no reason to say, hey, let him know you were there.
Kill him. Now he gets saved.
Oh, look at that. Saved by the virgin that you thought you was gonna die. Whereas literally the person who had sex is already dead. We saw them get shot. Well, maybe. They don't have a long time to execute on that retreat order.
Yeah. Well, I think it never reached them, did it?
They're gonna win the fight before they're able to retreat.
Yeah, but then lose the fleet fight, which means,
Well, no, because they're gonna pull in more and more resources from all the other fleets outside. That's what I was talking about before. They're going to win the fight before they can retreat, which is going to be a larger problem because, you're going to be so in deep in that territory having won the fight that pulling back is going to be harder and take longer.
But they have to pull back in order to reinforce.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's going to take them longer to retreat from victory than it would have otherwise.
Yeah, but that might lead them to defeat because if the fleet on the ground gets bombarded, then they have nowhere to go.
I'm not countering you here. This isn't a debate. I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying if victory on the ground is meaningless, essentially, that it's going to take them longer to pull back from victory because victory is pointless. Because nobody wants to hold this planet. It's not a thing.
Yeah.
You're just defeating your enemy because your enemy is here. But ultimately, the fleet engagement's the only thing that matters because the fleet, at the end of the day, will leave, victory or not.
Yeah. A battle Gettysburg situation here, basically.
Maybe not even that. Gettysburg at least had location, Whoever won Gettysburg would march, well, they would have, on... Philadelphia, south to DC. There's nothing here. We can march on to Iserlohn.
Yep. Well, there you go. That's your confirmation.
I got confirmed a long time ago.
I mean,
registered priest.
Yeah. I never did get my confirmation.
People have asked me to marry them, but I have said no, so I'm not even using it in the way that I could. I was trying to get quick. I told you before my double proxy marriage idea, which is legal in one state. Try to get it legal here, it didn't work out.
Yeah.
Online marriages, it would have worked.
Mm-hmm.
People would have done it.
Yeah.
Then I would have gone performing marriages in Second Life, getting people married to their avatars. It's a slippery slope. And if you grease it a little bit, it gets slipperier.
Yeah. Is Second Life there? I think Second Life is still a thing.
It's still a thing. It is. Like, it very much is. It's literally better than the metaverse.
Yeah.
It's better than what? I mean, what did you say?
What I heard was the rumors that basically just people just go there to have virtual sex, basically.
Well, it's one of the many things you can do there.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's the virtual world. Like, Sony has an island there, and I know I have a friend who did land development, and they would show off the proposed land development stuff in Second Life. I've been to many concert there from an actual person doing it live and streaming it. But yeah, there's tons of sex too. And well, it used to be lots of casinos until they put in that law about online casinos and banking. Because I was almost fucking rich. I had a whole lottery system set up with servers and locations in the world and daily, weekly, and monthly drawings. Fucking, it would have been big. It would have been big. I think you wouldn't even know me today because I would have made it big and I never would have met you.
Yeah, well.
This wouldn't be the space, right? It's the thing you gotta admit. If you make it big, probably never would have been here.
Yeah. Oh, this could be just, well, it is your hobby. Still be your hobby, but it
but we're talking like bigger house, having a gaming room where people actually fucking come over, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just saying, would have been big, but literally developed it right on the cusp of that law taking effect.
Talking of big, this battle was intense. It's not really a big battle. That's kind of the point, that it's turning into a bigger battle, but because of the terrain in space, I don't know how that works in space. I guess maybe it's the gravity that's affecting them, forcing them to, come that close.
As previously mentioned.
But, yes. Yeah. That Nexon really was like, I called it.
It is a lesser engagement. It just looks bigger because we got the cameras focused on the ground fight, which is a lot more energetic, than, when we went back to Bruce Ashby and his fleet engagements, which is just like geometry on a screen. It's really hard to make a large-scale fleet engagement look exciting because ultimately they have the battle tactics of, literally, we're just talking about Gettysburg. Just like giant lines of people shooting at one another.
It's just pretty straightforward. I guess, I don't know, are these two characters, these two colonels, well, one is a commodore, the other one is a lieutenant colonel, are they meant to survive this battle? Because they keep, like, oh, we fight, but we never get to kill each other. This guy gets to kill a bunch of people. I get to kill a bunch of people. Maybe he was the one fighting Kirschheis on his way to go to fight the Commodore, but we don't know.
If we're recruiting for these characters later on, Gang and Reinhardt, then I guess it's entirely possible that these two could survive and go on to join their respective counterparts.
That's probably the only thing. And we don't know who the dangerous man was because they had their,
Clearly it was the guy who got blown out through a wall.
I mean, we don't see a body though.
I don't see nobody.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
I mean, well, technically we saw plenty of bodies. Could have been any one of them.
Yeah, it could. Yeah.
Well, he got blown through a wall. I mean, how can you tell in the next shot with all those bodies all over the battlefield that they were not one of them?
Mhm. I mean, Kirshai didn't get blown up, so
Yeah, I mean, maybe the element was that he just got blown up, not blown out.
Yeah.
In which case, it's just bad timing, positioning, whatever.
Yeah.
The
Mhm.
one shot that goes to the wall of this place hits that guy.
Yeah. The very dangerous man that was just there and got killed. Wow, that's it. The whole title of the whole episode reminds me of that episode of Macro 7. Oh, what was it?
Fighting
The
Mayor
Fighting
Amelia.
Mayor. Yeah, Amelia. Yeah, it's like,
I don't know. I think maybe the well, obviously you were wrong because it wasn't Gang.
Yeah.
Because Gang not to appear in this episode. Gang.
exactly. Yeah.
I don't know. You said maybe I was right, but I think I was wrong too. He didn't do anything. Like, I thought literally they were going to play that he was asleep or died in his seat. Like, when now they were all arguing about what to do, and he's, like, not saying anything. Well, technically his head is still up. He's not, like, head to the thing.
Yeah.
It just, I
Yeah.
thought that they were going to play it out like, oh, maybe he died. Like, they're going to argue about what to do, and he's actually weakened at Bernie's. Like, it's dead. It's not there.
Yeah.
Or asleep, but they didn't. He was just really slow, like normal. So,
Yeah.
I think technically, Bocock is the dangerous man because he's the one who's instigated this whole thing to happen.
Yeah.
Because it's not just being dangerous as I'm a danger, like, Walter White. Like, I'm dangerous. All of the fights I've ever been at have been very close. It's dangerous.
I put everybody in danger, basically.
Like the Bruce Ashby guy. I win 1 out of, or was it 1 out of every 3, or did 2 out of every 3? No, 1 out of every 3.
Yeah.
No, 2. Wasn't it 2? He wins 2 out of every 3 because they know to write home every third fight.
The third battle. Yeah. Just in case. I mean, you could still die in the winning battle too, but
Yeah, but technically, he doesn't die in the fights that he loses.
No, but other
Otherwise,
people might.
that would just be he died in the third fight. Not he dies
Yeah.
every third fight.
Yeah.
All right, well, I guess that's that then. Once again, I have been Theta. This has been Lessons. We've been Stoneface Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?